you may use that. Also, in our view, if you want to just see Ryan, which is probably good, you can control the speaker view is what we recommend. So if you go up into the right corner, upper right corner, view, speaker view, it'll just be him. I do encourage you to keep the chat pod open though, so that he has a lot of questions for us today. So we'll go through that. I'm also going to put into the chat pod, I'll do this at the beginning and at the end. A lot of people ask often how they can watch recordings. So I'm going to do that through here and we'll do it again at the end. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Avery.
All right, here is our Tuesday takeaway, everybody. I'm going to go over 3 outdated success strategies that we've been told and that I want to get rid of, okay? There's 3 of them. This is your Tuesday takeaway, the very first one. It's this concept of, if you've heard this saying before, to step outside of your comfort zone. You heard that one, right? People tell you that, step outside of your comfort zone. First off, here's one reason why I hate this saying. First off, when you step out, that means you can step back in, okay? And I don't want us to step back in, okay? The other thing about this is I have never accomplished anything when I'm uncomfortable, okay? When I'm really successful, when I really feel like I'm in my element, I'm comfortable with what it is that I'm doing. So here is the saying. Here's what I want you to remember from me today. Here it is. It's not step outside of your comfort zone. I want you to expand your comfort zone. I want you to expand your comfort zone. I want us to be more comfortable with more things. Okay, I want us to be able to be more comfortable doing it. So here's the thing that I like about this. Okay, I first want us to understand there's a difference between being uncomfortable versus something being unacceptable. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Your neighbor, I don't want you to be like comfortable with them dogfighting. Okay, that's unacceptable. But your neighbor, they might be a different religion than you. They might not have a religion. They might be vegetarian. They may be carnivorous. Carnivorous? Maybe that's the word. They may be carnivores. They might be different than you, and it might make you uncomfortable because they have different ways of doing things, but that doesn't mean it's unacceptable, okay? So I want you to be comfortable with the things and the people that you're around, okay? So one of the things that I've learned of interacting with people and interviewing leaders, people, when they tell me that they have a confidence issue, maybe they struggle with their confidence, what I've really ultimately come to find out, they're really struggling with a comfort issue. They're struggling feeling comfortable around that group of person or with those people. So really what this does is when we expand our comfort zone, it increases our confidence as well. So here is one of the things I really want you to write down. I want you to think about. This is what I personally will work on myself as well. What is one thing you can do this week to expand your comfort zone? What is one thing you can do this week to expand your comfort zone, okay? I want us to be more comfortable with more things. I believe when we do this, that is when we will be better to each other. We will be nicer to each other. Whether that person has a different skin color, a different religion, a different gender, a different sexual orientation, what this will allow us to do is get comfortable with each other and allow us to understand that our way isn't the right way, it's the way that we do it, and there's a bunch of ways doing it out there. So expand your comfort zone this week. Okay. Second thing. Stacy, you bring up a good thing. My mom's on the call too. Hey, Mom. What is something that makes you uncomfortable? Type it into the chat box. What's something that makes you uncomfortable that you want to be more comfortable doing? Okay. Put it in there. Put it in the chat box because I like to read it. So what's something that makes you uncomfortable that you want to be more comfortable doing? Okay. All right, second thing that I want to discuss to you, this one is one of my biggest pet peeves of all time, okay, is this concept, and maybe you've heard this too, of this saying of fake it till you make it. Ugh, okay? Fake it till you make it. No! I hate this saying. I hate this saying for so many reasons. First off, it completely discredits all the things that you've done or achieved to get to where you are right now. The saying should not be fake it till you make it. The saying is do it until you make it. Do it until you make it. I have faked nothing to be where I am today. I have done things. You have done things, right? And what's really important about this is You haven't faked being a parent. You've been a parent. You haven't faked gone to school. You're going to school. You haven't faked started a business. You started a business. So what this does is this puts a negative mindset into ourselves, but also the people around us who see us accomplish things, and then they go, oh, well, if they're faking it, then I need to think about faking it. Think about if we change the saying to this understanding of, hey, let's do it until we make it, to understand that the people who are at the top, the people who are the best, the people that are achieving are the ones who are doing it. So action is what we really want to do. Do it until you make it, okay? So here's what I'd like you to do, and what I ask you to do, okay? This is what helped me understand this and get better at this. You can make a list of some of the greatest accomplishments you've had. And you can choose 3, you can choose 5, you can choose all of them if you want. But what I want you to write down underneath each one of those accomplishments is, what did you do in order to make that happen? How did you do it? What did you do? Okay? And then when you read all those things, for me at least, there were consistent things in all my accomplishments, and it showed me what I needed to do, what I wanted to do in order to do that, okay? So what I like to think about within that area is, what should I do? What should I avoid? And what am I capable of? Okay? Call back to last week, ability versus capability. Okay, what am I capable of? It shows it to you. It shows you on the piece of paper what it is that you are capable of doing. All right? By the way, going back to the comfortable thing, I know this sounds so ridiculous, but there's ways that you can do it. And what I did, like, I used to feel really uncomfortable. I see some people typing this in, and I used to feel really uncomfortable saying no when I knew I should have said no. And so how I got comfortable with this, and this is going to sound really ridiculous, but for me, it worked. I would walk into restaurants, and I would ask for a menu, and I would say, and they would say, can I sit here? And I would look at the menu, and they say, would you like to eat here? And I would go, no. And I would walk out. And I know that sounds so ridiculous, but I did this 10, 20, probably 30 different times. And by the time I just got comfortable and used to saying no because I didn't really want to eat that menu, even if I did, it got me realizing I could get more comfortable with saying no. So little insight with maybe that's a simple way that you can do that, okay? All right, this third one for today, some people might disagree with this one, and I'm okay with that, of course, right? This isn't my community, it's our community. We're community motivators, right? We're the motivators. I love it, okay? So as motivators, here's what I would like us to remember. Here's what I'd like us to think about, okay? There's this concept out there that the person who works harder is the one who gets more, right? And we're told this, work harder, work hard. No, you don't really have to work hard. What you have to really do is you have to work smart. You have to work smarter, okay? It's really the smarter person who is the one who has more and achieves more and gets more, okay? So it's this concept of taking this hard work out of it. Now, here's what I want to say, okay? Please don't confuse working hard with hard work. Those are two very different things, right? Okay? So I might work hard, but I don't do hard work. And why I say that is because hard, by definition, means it's resistant to pressure. And I like pressure because it puts things on me and allows me to, I can take a lot of things on, right? So when we're saying work hard, we're working to resist pressure. And anytime we're accomplishing something, pressure is going to be put on us. So if we're trying to resist it, it's actually going to prevent us from accomplishing things. But when we work smarter, now we're creatively thinking, we're looking at ways that we can do things, we're looking at ways of how we want to delegate. That's a big one. How we want to say no, how we want to say yes. Working smarter, okay? So I like to think of it this, it used to be based off of IQ. What I like to look at it is, because I don't really have a high IQ, so I changed it up so it would benefit me. So don't look at your IQ, look at your I will, okay? And what I mean by that is saying, I will do this, I will accomplish this, I will figure this out, I will make this happen. I have a very strong I will, probably one of the strongest ones that I know, and that is allowed me to accomplish things. Not my IQ, it's my I will. What's your I will? Give yourself a really big number, okay? But I will allows you to do things that you can do anything. What's one thing you can say I will to this week? That's the thing I'd like you to think about too. I will say hello to my neighbor. I will call a family member that I haven't talked to in 10 years. I will finally start this book. I will. Because once you start talking to yourself in that way, well, then we start accomplishing things too. All right? Okay, the other concept within that that I want us to talk about, because hard typically might mean challenge, okay? And I like this word so much because people hear the word challenge and they think it has to be hard. By definition, the word challenge means to take place in a contest, to take place in a competition. So if it's challenging, that means you're being invited into a competition, which is so cool. So instead of looking at this hard has to be difficult or like uneasy or like challenging, revisit. The challenging can be fun. The hard can be easy. The hard can be exciting. So changing that up and looking at what you'll say I will to, huge thing that we can all do this week. All right, so let me recap the 3 things that I discussed, the three ways that we've been told that we need to success things that we need to do to be successful, okay? It's not step out of your comfort zone, it's expand your comfort zone. And that's your Tuesday takeaway. What is one thing you can do this week, myself included, to expand our comfort zone? Second, do not fake it till you make it. Do not tell other people to fake it till they make it. Say, do it till you make it, okay? Do it till you make it. And then third, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. So what I want you to really think about this week is what is one thing you can do that will allow you to be smarter at what you do, all right? I agree with you, Heather. Reframing is powerful. I love all these comments that are coming in. Thank you all for this week's Tuesday takeaway. As your always reminder, motivators, is this: don't live a life, live the life. And I will see you for our next one next Tuesday, everybody. Okay? Bye.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you all.
One more thing before we go, Ryan also created a cool social media post. If you want to post that among your network, put that in the chat pod. You can find that there. Do it again because of people adding things.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, on demand, you can watch it at reallearningtuesdays.com. There you can register new people. You can find the on-demand versions. You can get